let's get started.
Pleasure of serving as the director of Michigan State University Bioresearch and Senior Associate Dean of Research in the College of Agriculture and Natural Resources. And it's my pleasure to welcome you all to the formal opening of the renovations and additions to the MSU Plant Sciences greenhouses. And more importantly, I am welcoming you all to a celebration of the future of the great work we do at Michigan State University to support agriculture, a celebration of all the people that help make this happen. And as our speakers have the opportunity to share their remarks today, you'll get more details on that. But it's really a celebration, one of the most rewarding accomplishments in my career to date. So let's get started. It's my honor to host this event and to share today's celebration with all the valued partners whose support made this possible. We are so fortunate to have our many friends in Michigan agriculture. It truly makes Michigan agriculture special, and it's the reason we are able to accomplish so much together, and more good things to come in the future. Today's speakers include some of MSU's most distinguished leaders and representatives of the College of Natural Science and the College of Agriculture and Natural Resources, whose researchers and students will benefit from these renewed, upgraded greenhouse space. To lead off the program, I am pleased to welcome MSU's President Kevin Guskiewicz to the podium. President Guskiewicz has been here at MSU for over 2 years now. He previously spent nearly 30 years as a faculty member administrator at University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, and is a renowned neuroscientist and concussion researcher. More importantly, he is a tremendous supporter of agriculture and the work we do here. President Guskiewicz, it's an honor to have you join us to celebrate this new era in MSU plant science.
Thank you, Dr. Smith, and thanks to all of you for being here today. And this is a special day for us here at Michigan State. Love the tour, 20-25 minutes in there. And, you know, when somebody asks me how tall I am, I say I'm about 5'11 and a half. I always make sure I add that half. It's important. I have 3 sons that have passed me up a decade or more ago. But I just checked. I just walked out of there after having been in the greenhouses for, you know, for 20-25 minutes. And I actually got to, I'm 6 foot. So it's worked. It just took 20 minutes. So the greenhouses are working. And sorry, that's a bad dad joke. At any rate, it's an honor to be here today. And I want to first acknowledge those who will join me in making some remarks today on the podium. Before I do that, though, I want to acknowledge Doug Gage, Dr. Doug Gage, because Doug, as you know, Doug served as our Vice President for Research and Innovation for several years, and at the front end of this project, I know how important it was and how you advocated for it, so we are grateful for your leadership in helping us to get here and for being here today. I also want to acknowledge our board chair, Brianna Scott, who will speak later with us, along with several other leaders in Michigan State's educational and research programs, supported by our greenhouses. And we're going to hear from Provost Laura Lee McIntyre. We're going to hear from Associate Provost and College of Agriculture and Natural Resources Dean Matt Daum, College of Natural Sciences Dean Eric Haig, Associate Vice President for Research and Innovation Doug Bueller, and I'd be remiss if I didn't also acknowledge Trustee Rebecca Barharcook, who is many of you have gotten to know, has joined our board about 1.5 years ago now almost, and is with us today. So round of applause for all of you for being here. And I have to offer up a warm Spartan welcome to everyone gathering here with us today to celebrate this investment by the people of Michigan. I think that's really important. The university and our partners in MSU's continued global plant science leadership. I talk about the importance of Michigan State always being a leading global public research university, and I think this is one of I mean, if you had to list 2 or 3 programs and areas of research that I think we can show that we are making a difference around the world, it's what we're celebrating today. I talk about it as Synergy Unleashed or Synergy Imagined. That's when you bring together researchers and teachers and innovators across different disciplines to solve the world's greatest challenges, and I think that's what we have done here in our plant sciences program for many, many years and decades, but we're going to do it even better because of what we're celebrating today, and that's why you're hearing from so many others across the campus today. I'd also be remiss if I didn't thank Governor Whitmer and the legislature for the appropriations support that made this project possible. Thanks also to our agriculture partners who are among our university's closest friends and strongest advocates. And I learned that on week one when I started as Michigan State's 22nd president, the importance of business leaders and agriculture leaders across the state to make sure that we will maintain our status as a leader in this area. The farm and agribusiness organizations, the agricultural lenders, the commodity partners across plant and animal agriculture, the dairy industry stakeholders, and as you know, we opened up an incredible new facility with our dairy farm. I don't know how, I'll get it wrong if I try to guess how many months ago that was, but it's an amazing facility. You got to go and check it out. We're still within our first year of that facility, but those stakeholders played an important role. So I could go on and on and on, but thanks to those of you who are also joining us today and help to make this possible, advocating for the importance of this. The challenges these upgraded greenhouse facilities will answer have only grown since we gathered here about 2 years ago to break ground for this project, and I remember that day. It was a special day, and so it's been fun watching this take shape. I'm an early morning jogger, and so I have run by this site on many, many mornings, not in January and February, but other times of the year when the sun is just coming up, and that pink glow. In fact, I just asked somebody inside, I said, are they still going to glow pink? I remember asking, like, why do they glow pink? And I learned a lot about LED lighting and why it glows that shade. I said it'd be nice if we could turn it to green, like if we could get that glow to be green. At any rate, whatever it is, it's working, and we're going to still see some of that pink LED lighting, is my understanding. But as the global population continues its rise to an estimated 10 billion people in the next 50 years, we need to grow our food supply with no more land or water, perhaps even less on the horizon than we have today. It just underscores the importance of the work that we do here. To do so, we need to grapple not only with the long-term issues of plant resilience and economic sustainability posed by a challenging climate, but challenges presented by disrupted supply chains and global instability, including regional famines and fertilizer shortages, which we talked about whenever we had the U.S. Secretary of Agriculture here on our campus. It's probably been about 4 or 5 weeks ago, and out at the dairy farm, and we had people that are here today advocating for the importance of federal funding to help us address some of these shortages. But they're reflected here, these challenges. More importantly, the solutions are going to be made here in our own land of plenty by rising prices in at the supermarket. It makes this even more important that we're doing this work. In many ways, as I like to say, Michigan State University is built for this. Few institutions in the world possess the breadth of knowledge, assets such as these greenhouses, and the sheer Spartan will to answer such daunting challenges facing our world. Not our state, not our nation, but facing the world. From our deeply planted roots in scientific agriculture to our global food sustainability experience to our expertise in disciplines including supply chain management, Michigan State is here to answer the call, and we will answer that call. At the same time, our partnerships across agriculture and associated industries will continue to position the state of Michigan as a beacon of progress and hope for a hungry world, as well as a talent activating magnet for top scientists and students to come and study and work here at Michigan State. So thanks again to all of you who are joining us today and for all the hard work to get us to this day. We're grateful for all that you do and for your support. And as always, go green. Thank you.
Well, thank you, President Guskowitz, for your inspiring remarks, and most importantly, for your strong support of the great work that our faculty, staff, and students are doing now, will do in the future to address the challenges you outlined. Next, we will hear from the chair of MSU's Board of Trustees, Brianna T. Scott. An attorney and entrepreneur and an MSU alumna, Chairperson Scott funded her own law firm in Muskegon and is active in youth programming in her community. She has been a staunch supporter of this project since she first toured the facility, and we're grateful for her advocacy. Please welcome Chairperson Scott.
All right, well, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Smith. As has been stated, I have really advocated so much for this, and so it is a pleasure to be here today. But I got to tell you the reason I advocated so much. When I first got on the board in 2019, I got a call from then, the former Dean Hendricks, saying, hey, you know, you're from West Michigan, you're from a rural area. I think that you would be interested to see what we're doing. It has a really close connection to Extension. I'd like you to take you through our greenhouses. And so Trustee Kelly Tebay and I, in 2019, as our very first tour as trustees, had the honor on a very cold, rainy day in the winter to walk through, and I think he set this up, really, I do. We walked through the greenhouses, and there was just water running down from everywhere. Puddles. Oh, watch your step, ladies, as you walk across the puddle. Oh, let's go in this room. And we would be in rooms with researchers just talking about how the conditions made it very difficult for them to do the great work that they were doing. And so he really set this up very nicely for Kelly and I to go back in our very first board meeting to say to our fellow trustees, we got to do something about these greenhouses. We all know that ag is the second leading industry in this state, and on our board at that time we had Diane Byram, who also came from an ag background, who was advocating, and between all of us on the board we recognized that there was something that we could do that would greatly benefit this state, and so it is an honor that we were able as trustees to vote this in. And this isn't, I'm talking, let me go to my remarks. Anyway, I'm super happy to be here. On behalf of the Michigan State Board of Trustees, good morning to everyone. I was honored to be a part of the ceremony marking the groundbreaking of this project 2 years ago. And I am again honored to join you each here today to celebrate the culmination of this signature MSU project that has been in planning and construction for years. I'd like to add my special thanks to our partners in the Michigan agricultural community, and if any of you are here, would you please stand just to be recognized? You know who you are. The governor of this great state of Michigan and our legislature, I'd like to thank them as well for their bipartisan backing and efforts for the advancement of the Michigan State University research infrastructure. Our celebration today marks a significant step towards the state's collective efforts to make sure that Michigan remains one of the leading states in the agricultural industry. And it serves as another demonstration of the power of collaboration and of community. It's also a milestone for the state, the nation's prototype, the premier land-grant university, which is Michigan State University. And this milestone will keep us at the forefront of the agricultural research and education industry, as we have been for close to 170 years. As we celebrate our collective unity in supporting such essential research facilities driving agricultural innovation, we underscore MSU's commitment to Michigan's farmers, the growers, and the next century of workers and beyond. Because today we are recognizing as an important investment in the food security of our regional and our global economy, we are grateful to have this opportunity to be here today. We are grateful for all of our partners in agriculture whose support is crucial to bringing this vision to life. So once again, we thank you all for being here and for all of your efforts to make this come to fruition. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Trustee Scott, for your remarks. And trust me, that first visit that you and Trustee Tebay were on, that was planned. And boy, did it work. So, and I really appreciate your growing interest and other members of the Board of Trustees' sincere interest in agriculture and the work we do. I've seen you out and about in the state learning more about agriculture, and we appreciate it, and our stakeholders appreciate it as well. It's my pleasure now to welcome to the podium Dr. Laura Lee McIntyre, Michigan State University's Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs. Provost Mike McIntyre is a psychologist, educator, and esteemed leader in higher education with a research focus on children's mental and behavioral health, special education, and interventions that promote well-being for children and families. As a provost, she knows how much our plant scientists rely on these spaces and how much team effort it takes to carry ambitious projects across the finish line. Welcome, Provost McIntyre.
It's wonderful to be here. As provost, I get to spend my days thinking about our academic mission, our research, and our outreach and engagement. And when I think about the greenhouse, I think about how this is the epitome of Michigan State University. So follow me here. We are focused on sustainability. We're focusing on translating science to practice and outreach. And we are cultivating the conditions under which living things can thrive. That's what we do at Michigan State University. And as somebody that's deeply committed to student success, we are all intentionally focusing on the conditions under which we can thrive, from our plants to our people. And so it's a pleasure to be here. It's very windy, and actually I've been watching that basket there. For those of you in the front row, Doug, that's your job to catch it if it falls. You know, we're built for this, right? As Kevin likes to say. It's a pleasure to be here, and great facilities play an important role in fostering academic excellence here at MSU. It's not just the people and the passion and the power that we all bring together, but it's the facilities that allow us to reach our potential. They help attract and retain great faculty. Great facilities help us draw students to programs of study, and they inspire groundbreaking work, innovation, and discovery. And who doesn't like a good ribbon cutting ceremony? Yes. New and updated facilities also support MSU's programmatic initiatives that in turn advance the university's overarching academic mission. Our aging greenhouses, and we spent some time, for those of you on the VIP tour, our aging greenhouses had limited some of what we could do to advance learning, research, and outreach, and engagement in the areas of plant science. And our new facilities allow us to do more here at Michigan State and make an even greater impact. We are so very grateful for the broad range of support from our many partners who have helped bring us to this exciting moment of the ribbon cutting. The academic impact of the renovations and additions to the MSU plant science greenhouses will be significant and far-reaching, supporting learning, research, and outreach across multiple departments, maybe inspiring, all of us to become joggers and run by these beautiful facilities in the morning or in the evening. And what I love about this is the work of the greenhouses span multiple departments, colleges, and areas of inquiry. They'll provide a collaborative gathering space for faculty and graduate students from 7 departments. 7. There are very few facilities that bring together that cross-section, if you will. This facility better enables shared resources and helps catalyze new synergies. Shared resources means more than just operational efficiency. It means a place for us to engage in shared scientific inquiry. The new head house isn't just a place to transplant seedlings, take measurements of plants' height and stem diameters, and wash roots. This is a gathering place where our researchers from different disciplines and greenhouse staff can come together in collaboration and friendship. These new spaces will help advance learning and support the research of a diverse range of scholars. many of whom are engaged in work that extends to support our partners across the state of Michigan and beyond. So today we celebrate and look forward to the countless new opportunities this enhanced facility will make possible for generations of Spartans and scholars to come, and to the myriad ways it will help sustain and elevate MSU's legacy as a globally recognized leader in plant sciences. And it provides a moment for us all to reflect on cultivating the conditions under which we can all thrive. Thank you.
The wind's helping me out here. I got to figure a better way to kind of mark our place. So give me a moment. So, yeah, thank you, Provost McIntyre, for those inspiring remarks. And I just got to say, your enthusiasm for Team MSU and all the great work we do, including the plant sciences, is contagious. People recognize it, and it's really, really refreshing. So thank you. All right. Our next speaker is Dr. Matt Daum, Associate Provost and Dean of the College of Agriculture and Natural Resources. Matt's a 3-time alumnus of CNR's renowned School of Packaging and spent his career in the corporate world at Hewlett-Packard. He returned to MSU in 2020 to lead the School of Packaging and previously served as interim CNR Dean. Associate Provost Daum, welcome to the podium.
Thanks, George, for marking my page here. And Laura Lee, I too was watching the basket wobble. If you're in agriculture, you always have to be aware of the weather. So it's great to celebrate with all of you, friends, partners, leaders, all of you who have shared the vision that has made today possible. I'm told that there are around 450 users of the plant science greenhouses, including about 70 faculty members. And as you know, their work benefits every commodity that is grown in Michigan. Row crops. The current projects include soybeans, dry beans, wheat, corn, and sugar beets. For floriculture and nursery crops, you'll see all different sizes and colors of bedding plants like petunias. For fruit crops, that's blueberries, strawberries, apples, and for vegetables and herbs, celery, mint, basil. The work that happens right here will make Michigan farmers more prosperous. It'll make Michigan consumer lives more healthy and delicious and beautiful. MSU's global reputation for excellence in plant science represents generations of Spartan scientists who have lived and worked right here. It's our people who get this done, but they need the tools to meet the moment. This investment means that world-class researchers and plant breeders won't have to worry about whether their fragile plants can survive the greenhouse conditions. These facilities give them the freedom to think bigger and bolder than ever before. To my College of Ag and Natural Resource and Natural Science colleagues who've grown greatness here, I say thank you for all you've accomplished under challenging conditions. We mentioned the bad weather when you did your tour. We had an incident where it actually snowed in one of the greenhouses, or the heat and cooling systems were running full blast at the same time. The construction noise, the dust that's disrupted your work, and the parking, but we are inspired by your perseverance. I also want to recognize the talented staff members who have kept old greenhouses running, delivering impossible feats of problem solving for years. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And to the teams in institutional space planning and management and infrastructure planning and facilities who have managed the planning and the construction processes, you have been champs. A phased project of this complexity, it is an immense feat, and no detail has escaped their notice, so thank you for your time and your talents. And then for myself, I want to extend a huge thank you to my colleagues, George and Quentin from Extension. Quentin, where are you? Somewhere? Right there, thank you. Patrick Cudney, Government Relations. You guys have served as tireless ambassadors and advocates for this investment. To MSU leadership and our trustees, you also deserve recognition for prioritizing this project to secure the future of plant agriculture here at MSU. I also want to extend our college's deep gratitude to our partners in agriculture, to our elected state officials, both past and present, who have played vital roles securing state funding. Thank you for placing your trust in MSU to keep serving Michigan farmers, the environment, and our economy. As we celebrate, we know there's more work ahead of us. We didn't get it all done, but we're exploring other options, and we are going to be continuing to work on funding so that all of our greenhouses meet standards that we have. And I believe that we'll have more progress to celebrate together in the coming years. No one achieves great things like this alone. So again, thank you, one team, one MSU. Thank you all for the part you've played in this.
Thank you, Matt. Well said. We are fortunate to have the Dream Team, and it's my pleasure to work with you, Quentin Tyler and Patrick Cudney, and all our partners that have been mentioned here today. We've accomplished a lot together, and there's more great things to come in the future. It's my pleasure now to introduce my good friend and colleague, Dr. Eric Haig. Eric has served as Dean of the College of Natural Sciences since fall 2024, and he has been on the faculty of the Department of Biochemistry and Molecular Biology since 2006. Dean Haig's research is at the interface between chemistry and biochemistry, where he focuses on environmentally important processes, including biofuel production and enzymes involved in the global nitrogen cycle. Dean Haig, the floor is yours.
Thank you, George, and thanks to all of you for being here today. As so many of the speakers have said, this is truly, truly an exciting day because this renovation project isn't just about fixing up some of the old greenhouses, although that is important, and we certainly did that. It's also about creating a highly controlled, highly responsive research environment. At this point now, 60% of the greenhouses are either new or fully renovated. So the researchers can study in controlled environmental conditions with a level of precision that is essential to advancing the modern plant science. Today is about the entire plant science community, and we are all so excited. These greenhouses are equipped with integrated heating and cooling systems that allow researchers to simulate a wide range of temperature conditions, from cool early morning environments to high heat stress scenarios associated with the changing climate. Automated systems control and continuously regulate temperature and airflow, ensuring that experimental conditions remain stable, repeatable, and scientifically rigorous. Prior to the renovations, only 13% of our greenhouse zones were equipped with LED lights. Today, that number has increased to 83%, and that will significantly improve energy efficiency while reducing excess heat compared to the previous lighting system. Energy curtains that are now in place provide another layer of precision, allowing researchers to deploy a blanket of warmth at night, as well as shade for cooling during the bright sunlight days, saving a massive amount of energy. And just as importantly, this new research will support research 12 months a year by maintaining these stable growing conditions regardless of Michigan's outdoor climate and seasonal changes. Our breeding programs can be more effectively developed, new varieties of wheat, bean, blueberries, and other Michigan crops. Oh, excuse me. Importantly, this work goes far beyond basic science and isolation. It connects directly to Michigan agriculture, where understanding how plants respond to real-world stressors is critical to improving crop yield, stability, and long-term food security. Much of this research is focused on developing plants that can better withstand the challenges of a changing climate while evolving pest pressures. The ability to recreate those environmental conditions here on campus allows our researchers to study these challenges with greater accuracy, consistency, and control throughout the entire year. This project, as many people have mentioned, has been a long time in the making, which makes it especially rewarding to see these modernized facilities come to life here at MSU. I want to extend our sincere gratitude to the state of Michigan and the many state leaders and partners whose support and investments have helped make this project possible. Their commitments to research, innovation, and the future of agriculture in our state has been instrumental in bringing this vision to a reality. There's a real sense of excitement in knowing that these spaces will support new ideas, new discoveries, and new opportunities for our faculty and students for many years to come. So thank you again for all of you for being here, for being part of this exciting step forward for the plant sciences at Michigan State University. As I said, we couldn't be more excited. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Eric. Our next and final speaker today is Dr. Doug Buehler, a person that needs no introduction to many here in the crowd from the agricultural community. I've had the pleasure of working with Doug since 2014, and I got my start in administration because of Doug. So I'm going to embarrass him just a tiny bit without detracting too much from the program. Doug recently announced his retirement from MSU in July, so this won't be our last opportunity to honor Doug, but let's give him a hand and thank him for all the great work he's done in support of Team MSU and Michigan agriculture. Doug currently serves as MSU Associate Vice President for Research and Innovation, where his work focuses on food, environment, and international research portfolios. I'm not going to list the many titles and leadership roles that he's occupied on campus, but few have served our university with more distinction than Doug has. So, Doug, with that, the podium is yours. We look forward to your remarks.
Well, I feel like I'm at my own funeral here. But you know, thinking about how long we've been at this, thinking back, somebody said, when's the first time we started talking about trying to really upgrade the greenhouses? I hate to admit it, but I think a couple of you are here, Tom Sharkey, Eric Runkle. It's probably been pushing 20 years. And you know, when we first pulled together a few bucks to start a plan of reskinning a few houses year after year, we had a commitment from a number of offices all around the campus to see that where we've come and our persistence of what we've gotten today is really rewarding and makes me feel good about I'm not completely closing down my time. I will be hanging on as a part-time advisor to the VP, so you're not rid of me yet, but it really is really great. I'm really grateful to see some of these things that have happened. Now I should mention first off, George threw me. I don't use notes very often, so this is all I've got. So George kind of threw me off my timing here a little bit, but I do want to first say I want to extend the welcome of new Vice President Shashank Priya, who unfortunately couldn't be here today, but sends his well wishes. And I guess I do need to at least make a comment about the former boss, Dr. Gage. Doug, believe it or not, I do miss you having you around the office, but the reason is that now when I hear somebody barking, where the hell is Doug, it's only me. So, you know, another thing here, and we're not really here to talk about, but several of the speakers have talked about this university's commitment to the plant sciences, which is long and deep. And, you know, when we look at this is a really exciting and important day. And we've already talked about that we already have bigger plans and better plans for this. But I also look forward to seeing you all again in about a year or so when we're across the street, cutting a ribbon for another incredible project that's going to continue to advance our plant sciences, and that being the new Plant and Environmental Sciences building. And you'll see there are additional plant growth spaces being, as we look, actually being constructed. Tom, have you been up there lately? You need to get up there. You want to go over there when we get down here? All right. But anyway, it really is really wonderful to see and what we're doing here. And again, even though this is such a big deal, it's not the end, and it won't be the end. And so I want to thank everyone that's given me a lot of opportunities. It's good to see some old friends here. It's been a good journey, but it's not done yet. And so again, thanks for the opportunity to represent the office at this wonderful event. And since the president started with a Go Green, I'll end it. Go Green.
All right, Doug. That was good. My pleasure to throw you off a little bit, but it all turned out well. Thank you for closing out the program, and thank you for your service to Team MSU and agriculture. And to all of our honored guests, thank you for being with us today. None of this would be possible without our partners, and it's our honor to serve this extraordinary community. You know, we've recognized a lot of people that have been instrumental in this, and I do want to recognize one other person, Senator Roger Victory. Without his leadership downtown in the legislature, this project would not have happened. So, Roger, thank you for all you did to secure this investment that made this all possible. So we're wrapping things up. So I'm going to close with a little bit of history. It was 25 months, 2 days, and 23 hours ago, we did the groundbreaking for the greenhouse project. And for those of you that were there might remember, it was a very cold, blustery, dreary day. But we still had a heck of a celebration. And look at where we are now. The sun's shining. We're celebrating all we've accomplished. It's a new beginning for plant science research and more good things to come. So that closes out our official program. We'll now turn to the picture session with our dignitaries.